Happy Friday. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Whew. It is 1 o'clock. Can you believe it? I know I'm late, y'all, but I had to get it together today. So today I'm talking about 5 secrets to selling more books. This is the third, I believe, third topic or fourth topic for this month. This month is all about monetizing your book. My name is Stephanie A. Wynn. If I'm new to your timeline, and I want to just share with you how you can sell more books. And we're gonna get right started. Let me tune into. Let me get my Facebook going. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So, thank you all for tuning in today to the 5 secrets to selling more books. Um, so we're gonna get right started. Tell your friend, tag, share, include your friends. I wonder why I can't see it on my. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me. Hello to my YouTube people who are tuning in. If I'm new to your timeline, hello. And let me just figure something out here. For some reason. All right. Okay. Had to change my audience, y'all. Had to change my audience. All right. So we're going to get started. All right. So a little bit about me, if I'm new to your timeline. Um, my name is Stephanie Wynn. I am the author of Readi-Set Go, a simple guide to establishing a successful small business. I am also about to publish my second book. I'm super excited about that. But I started my very first business at the age of 23. I was the youngest woman of color in my local city to open up an ice cream shop. There were other ice cream shops, but I was the youngest in my city to open up an ice cream shop, and I was successful. And so that ice cream shop really prompted me to write my first book, and to conduct the nationwide book tour with my first book. So, again, your book will make room for you if you truly believe in it. If you don't believe in it, I mean, I can't tell you. I can tell you this: if you don't believe in your book, your brand, or your business, nobody else will believe enough in it to buy what you're selling. So, my purpose is to help purpose driven entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs with getting clarity on their ideal customers, readers, and to build their business brand, one author at a time, by providing business development strategies that generate revenue. Okay. So make sure you save the date because Thursday, October the 6th, I'm bringing back the How I Turned My $20 book into a 5-figure business webinar. It will take place Thursday, October 6th. Sorry, there's a typo there, but it's October the 6th at 6 p.m. The link is there. You can register right there and you can open up your camera and sign up. So, our very first topic, our very first secret, right? The very first secret to selling more books is you got to know your audience. Like, who is your audience? Who are the people that are most likely to be interested in buying your book? I'm just saying, who are they? And let me get a little close. Like, where are they? Where are the people that are most likely to be interested in buying your book? So you got to know who your audience is. You got to know who these people are and where they are, right? A lot of us say, oh, my book is for everybody. Your book is for somebody, but it's not for everybody. And I think the sooner you know that, the better off it's going to make it for you as far as like marketing to people or simply just getting in front of the right group of people. So you want to know your audience and you want to make sure that you are clear on who they are. I know people say, my book is for everybody, it's for all people. I get it. I totally get it. I was like that too. I thought my book was for everybody, but not everybody wanted to start a book, right? Not everybody want to overcome that thing that your book solved, that problem that your book solved. So And you have to be all right with that, right? So, but your book is ready for a group of people, right? So, here are the benefits of knowing your audience. Okay, you can create a clear marketing plan. So, if you know who your audience is up front, like this is going to just make it so much easier and so much clearer for you to create this marketing plan. So, if you're an author and you're paying and you're listening, tuning in to this live, or you're catching it on the replay, do you have a marketing plan for your book? Many authors, I'm not saying all, but many authors don't even have a marketing plan for their book. I'm just saying, not all, but many don't have a marketing plan for their book. So when you're one of the benefits for knowing your audience, your reader audience, you can create a clear marketing plan because now you know who these people are and where they are. Does that make sense? Okay, number 2, it's easier for you to focus on your targeted reader. So when you know who your reader audience is, it allows you to focus on that group of people, that community of people who are most likely to be interested in buying your book. And then number 3, the benefits of knowing your reader audience is you can get a clear, you can create a clear brand message. So you can speak directly to your audience. So if your audience is women who have gone through divorce, or women who have gone through domestic violence, or anyone who has gone through domestic violence, and you're trying to teach them how to overcome that, right? You are clear of who you're serving, and it's not everybody, because everybody hasn't experienced domestic violence, right? So again, when I say know your audience, you really have to know your audience. Okay. All right, number 2, you want to choose the right book for the right audience. So oftentimes we write books based on, for my authors out there, or my aspiring authors who are wanting to write books on about their story. Sometimes we want to write a book about our story and tell all the details of what happened to you while you were going through something, who did it, uh and this happened to me, and I was hurt and broken and everything of that nature. I get it. But what happens is, if your goal for your book is to take this book and transform people, like empower, inspire, and motivate people, you really don't necessarily need to have a book about all the details of who hurt you, who did it, who you don't have to do all that. You don't have to drop names. And I know a lot of us want to drop names because you feel like that, oh, that's part of healing. But no, like really, if your book is to help someone, then talk about, okay, how did it help? What were the steps that you took to get over this thing? Right? How did you overcome that thing? See, my friends, people want to know, like, how did you overcome these things? I just want to elaborate on that. People want to know, like, how did you overcome the ugly part? How did you overcome the ugly part? What steps did you take to overcome the ugly part? And if you have a solution to the ugly part and your book provides a solution, then guess what? That's all you need. People will buy from you. They'll buy your book, right? So again, make sure that you choose the right book for the right audience. Okay, so the benefits of creating the right book: number 1, it increases conversions, so people will buy your book. It builds customer awareness, and then it also generates more leads. So because you have a book that solves a problem and it's a need for this book, people are going to buy it because they need to know what to do next. Like, what do I do after going through this? Now what do I do? So if you see a lot of, if you go to Amazon, just go to Amazon and just search for how to overcome something, and you'll see all the list of titles that come up, and look at the reviews, right? A lot of us want to do memoirs and autobiographies. There's nothing wrong with those things, but does the book tell a story in a way that help you take this book and this book is going to open up opportunities for you. So maybe you want to be a author speaker, maybe you want to be an author coach, author consultant, author teacher, whatever your goal is, you want to make sure that your book is going to help impact and empower and transform people. It's not like a tell-all and you're bashing people from your past. Remember, like, you don't have to tell all the details, but you have to give these people solutions to their problems. So if there's a problem that you overcame, depression, divorce, whatever you overcame, that whatever adversity you went through, if your book provides that solution, they'll buy. Okay? Does that make sense? Hello, Cliff, for thanking it. Thank you for tuning in, Cliff. Thank you. Okay. So, number 3, I talked about this last week. You want to utilize social media platforms. So maybe your social media platforms are LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse, TikTok, Instagram, like whatever your platform is, maximize that one platform, right? So some people use Instagram and Facebook because you can do like 2 for 1. You can post on Instagram, it'll post to Facebook and vice versa. So just think about what platform am I going to utilize, right? And how often am I going to show up on that platform, right? So I'll give you an example. If you're an author speaker, like, you really should be on LinkedIn. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. Like, if you're an author consultant, you should be on LinkedIn because that's where the money resides. I'm just going to say it. That's where the money resides. So you have to be on LinkedIn because that's where the business leads are. That's where the B2B, B2C leads are. I'm just saying. So here's the other secret of how to create online contents, right? So number 1, you want to have social media content. And what is that? Social media content is where you're consistently posting. Maybe you post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe you post Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Sunday. It's just content. Maybe you're educating the people. Like, number 2, video content. So video content could be exactly what I'm doing right now, educating you on a particular topic. Maybe you're serving your community on a particular topic, right? Or maybe you create blog posts. A lot of authors, they do. If you're an author, you should have a blog post because you want to be known as the expert in your industry. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure that you're the expert and you want people to be able to trust you, to know that you know what you're talking about. Like, right? Okay, right along. Number 4, you want to be able to market your books effectively. So if you are a 1-time author, 2-time author, 3-time author, 12, 20-time author, however many times you've published a book, you want to be able to market your books effectively. And what does that mean? Well, let me break this down for you. So you want to create a marketing strategy that gets results. So in that marketing strategy, you should have a PR campaign, right? That's public relations. So you should be actively getting featured in, on like entrepreneur.com or Forbes, Huffington Post. You should be getting featured, right? Maybe there's some bloggers you're going to be a guest on their blog, right? So you got to create a marketing campaign, right? Maybe you're going to have online magazine features. That's all a part of your PR campaign, right? Podcast interviews. So all of these 3 things that I'm going to list here, this is all a part of your marketing strategy. You have to create a marketing strategy, right? So number 2, you want to have an email marketing campaign. If you are an author and you're listening to this live, do you utilize email marketing? And is that a part of your marketing efforts? A lot of authors, when you're going to pop-up vending events, or you're going to book signings, or you're doing pop-ups, vending opportunities. You're getting people to purchase your product, your book, but are you obtaining email addresses to add to your email list, right? You should be doing that. Do you have an email marketing software? Which one are you using? Are you using ConvertKit, MailChimp, uh, what is it? Constant Contact, MailerLite? Which platform do you use, right? And then do you also have an advertising and promotion campaign? So remember, advertising is one thing, promo is another thing. There are two different things, but it may seem like they're the same. When you're advertising is like Facebook ads, right? The Facebook ads that you see. Or if you are on the beach somewhere and you see a boat going by and the boat has a promotion of a local restaurant, hey, come in and get, a pound of snow crab legs. I'm just using this as an example, right? A pound of snow crab legs at Krabby Bill's. That's promotion. That's like a promotional banner. Or if, someone is hosting a masterclass, you might see that go through your timeline. But even that, like, you still need to have some type of advertising and promotional campaign inside of your marketing plan. Okay. So remember, we're going to have a PR campaign, email marketing campaign, advertising and promo campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and give you this bonus number 5. You also want to host book events and signings. Now, I talked about this last week, right? To get more book sales, you need to host either book signings or have events. Maybe master classes, maybe webinars and workshops. But to get in front of different people, you need to do this to like increase your email marketing, your email list, and for brand awareness, right? Because if nobody knows that you exist, nobody knows to buy what you're selling. So let's talk about this. So here's how to host book events and signings. So you want to research bookstores. You also want to research events. So maybe there's a women's conference or a men's conference, or there's a conference that you're interested in. Maybe you can research those. Eventbrite is a good place to start, where you can find events that are going on like worldwide, nationwide, right? And then speaking opportunities. Maybe you want to be an author speaker. There may be a lot of author speakers out here, right? So how are you going to get in front of those people? You got to do some research. You got to research the speaking opportunities. Google Alerts is really good. I'm just going to give you this nugget. Google Alerts is really good. You can set the alert to be alerted when there is a conference. So if it's a women's conference, maybe you can set the alert for a women's conference and you get the alert that there's conferences coming up, right? So this is how you can host book events and book signings, right? Now, here's the next step. You got to build your platform first. You can have all of these things, but if nobody knows that you exist as an author, nobody's going to buy your book. So you must build this platform first. Build the platform first. Write out your author brand goals, because you got to have a goal. If there's no goal, right? There's no goal, nobody's buying. Remember, the people perish due to lack of vision. Where there's no vision, the people perish. So you got to have a vision. You should have a vision for where you want to go with this book, the brand, and your business. Okay? So build your platform first, and that is create the social media platforms, right? When you create the social media platforms, you start sending traffic to your social media platforms. Create your website so people know that you have a point of reference, so they can know some information about you. Because when you're pitching to organizations or bookstores to have, a pop-up or do speaking engagements, they're going to look you up, right? And they may ask, hey, do you have a website? So again, you want to make sure you build your platform first and write out your goals. Maybe your goal is to be an author coach, an author speaker, or author consultant, right? Or author teacher. Maybe you are a teacher and you're an author as well. But what is the goals for your book? Did you write this book to make a difference in the lives of the people? Or did you just write the book just for notoriety purposes? Okay. So here are 3 author business tip takeaways, right? Number 1, know your audience. Who are your readers? When I say know your audience, you need to know who are your readers. Where are they? Who are they? Where are they? And where are they the most active? Number 2, choose the right book for the right audience. Everyone doesn't want to read a memoir about a tell-all. People want solutions to their problem. And if your book solves a problem and provides like solutions and resources to their issue, they're going to buy. But if they can't relate to your book, a lot of people don't like to read. So remember, you got to choose the right book for the right audience. And that's why it's important to know who your audience is. You got to know your audience. Okay. And then number 3, market your books effectively, meaning you need to have a PR campaign, email marketing campaign, right? You also need an advertising and promotion campaign. These are things that you need to have in place. Like, you should be doing it now. If you're a published author, you should have a marketing campaign for your book or a plan. If there's no plan, what are you doing? And a lot of you all are just sitting on the fence, sitting on the sideline, just waiting. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to do this. Maybe I don't want to sound like I'm, selling. But somebody needs what you have, and they can't walk in their purpose until you step up and walk it out. They waiting on you to show up for them. Okay. So remember, market your books effectively. So I know that was a lot. And if you're catching this on a replay, #replay. I want you to save the date, October the 6th, 6 p.m. We're bringing back the How I Turned My $20 Book into a 5-figure business. Here's the link. Grab your seat. Registration is required. It is free. But here's what you will learn. You will learn how to build a 6-figure author brand before selling your book. You'll also know what tools you will need to create a successful marketing strategy. Now, many authors, not all, but many, have a book, but there's no marketing plan. And if you are listening and tuning in and you have published a book, I'm going to ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me get personal with you. Do you have a marketing plan for your book? Do you? Or you're just selling to everybody, hoping and praying that somebody will buy your book? See, if you don't have a marketing plan, where are we going with this book? Do you know why you wrote the book? What's the purpose of this book? Right? Is your book, did you write the book to change lives? Because if so, you need a marketing plan. So remember, during this workshop, we will talk about the tools you'll need to create a successful book marketing strategy and how to pitch your book to Barnes and Noble, to the bookstores, organizations, and corporations, right? So you're going to need to know how to pitch, because a lot of people are pitching to organizations and corporations. They're not pitching their book correctly. Now, some of you may have your books already set up on barnesandnobleonline.com, but there's a step further. So you got to have that information, right? You got to make sure your book is set up properly, the right way. So you're going to learn how to pitch your book to the bookstores and organizations and corporations. So save the date. The How I Turned My Book into How I Turned My $20 Book into a 5-figure business will start October 6th at 6 p.m. Okay. All right. If nothing else, I'm going to put the link so you can register. The link is going across the screen. Again, make sure that you set up a marketing strategy for your book, because it's going to help you in the long run. Don't just go off the fly. Don't just go off of what you have in your mind. Create a plan. Write it down. And I promise you, once you write it down, now you can start moving forward and getting more book sales. but you got to have a plan. You got to have a marketing strategy, and you got to have a book. You got to have the right content for the right audience, because everybody doesn't want to hear your story, but people do want solutions to their problems. And if you can provide a solution to the people's problem, they'll buy your book all day. Okay. I'm Stephanie A. Wynn. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.